Hello, hi there Geminis, welcome to my channel. My name is Bella and most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic, and this is your love horoscope for April 2018. And if you're watching me for the first time, I'm a psychic reader, so how I do my readings is I don't use cards. I work with my spirit guides. I work intuitively to work around the energies that are also coming up for you in the month, so that you can navigate it basically a lot more successfully when it comes to your romantic love life endeavours, wishes, all that kind of stuff. And if you'd like to know more about me and my services, all the links are just down below. If you'd like to perhaps join me on my Facebook page where I give free daily guidance, the link again is just down below. So most of you know I don't like to waste any time. I do like to go into the readings. I only ever do one take of these, so if the door goes or the dog barks, sorry, because I never know what my guides are bringing out. It's done as it comes out, basically. First of all, my guides are saying here, because we have to recognise we've had some energy that's been whipping up some problems because we're in a Mercury retrograde, and that can mess with communications with people. It can also exaggerate our anxieties that we have about romantic connections in particular. You know, we get more annoyed if the person leaves the toilet seat up, or, you know, things that bug us get magnified, you know, over the top, basically. If she nags normally and it doesn't really bother you, nagging this time becomes over exaggerated and you feel like you want to poke them in the eye or leave. Remember, we're in that energy. It will pass by the time we get to the 15th of April. But for some signs, because it's been maybe ramped up a little bit more, because we've got Chiron, the Wounded Warrior, also in play in the beginning of April, that may be making some things feel extra specially tense. And I have to say it like that because, first of all, my guides are saying here, you guys may be feeling like your strength is being tested by your romantic love life in various different ways. It doesn't matter if you're single, waiting, in a connection, new connection, doesn't matter. It feels like your strength is being tested right now with my guys are saying the battles with somebody or the battles for having your love life go a certain way. But my guys are saying here, you need to recognize that you are far stronger than perhaps you're believing right now, that there is nothing so far in your life that you haven't overcome. Nothing has toppled you as perhaps you might have thought. And this situation and this energy or the dynamics that you're having with somebody right now, you will also overcome. You, in a way, are being shown as the stronger of the two, the one that's more brave and more bold. But let's just say here, there's a bit of mirroring going on in the energies between you and another person. And I think it's definitely got everything to do with the energies that are in play for the first 2 weeks. Basically, I'm being shown here like discord, communication, one person thinking one way, the other person thinking another. I get here both stuck on their own things, both wanting to be right instead of just moving along. I also get here quarrels. I get here that somebody wants somebody else to do something faster, to move the relationship along faster. Even the way I'm speaking is faster, because it just feels like ugh. It's a stalemate. So some of you is arguing, and some of it is passive aggressive. Some of it is actually not physical arguments. It's like, well, I'm going to be over here and I'm going to have no contact. And then the other person's like, well, I'm over here and I'm also going to have no contact. It's their job. And the other person saying, no, it's their job. It's still one argument. It's just a very passive one, but also not very helpful. Just as arguments are not very helpful, because you just go around in circles. If you're both at a stalemate, then how does it get resolved? Is it important to be right or to be happy? Strength comes sometimes from being the bigger person. Strength comes from doing the right thing. Strength comes from ending the cycle, which is what this energy is about. And so my guides are saying to you, because I'm talking to you, do you want to be right? Do you want to be happy? You decide. I think you'll make a decision as the energy becomes less tense, but you also need to be aware that some of the energy, some of the discord, some of the stalemate situation is because of the energy too. And if you're wondering how this plays out for you if you're single, it could be as simple as, again, having to get a date with somebody that perhaps you've been on Snapchat about for a while, and then suddenly they just keep letting you down and keep putting off dates that you then think, oh, I'm going to block them now because that's, you know, that's disrespectful, or maybe they'll learn that I'm important. Like, no games. Either step aside and say, you know what, you're not for me, or wait until this energy passes, because actually trying to date somebody in this energy would not work out anyway for you. So that's how the first couple of weeks seem to play out. My suggestion to make that smoother is to dig in that beautiful strength that you guys have. Sometimes it's not about losing by giving in. In fact, when you do that, sometimes you win, is the message I'm getting with this. And you don't want to be, especially if you're in the whole no contact thing, both thinking the same way, because then you'll be no contact forever. And is that truly what you want? It isn't, for some of you. When you can do that, and when the energy clears and it's not so magnified and over the top, the rest of the month is being shown as movements towards better success in the connections that you have already or that you'll be going into. I do get also that returns of people because of that, you know, the cards being put on the table, or like, so for example, if you're having an argument about something that you're not willing to give into, the universe is a little bit suggesting the way to do that is to come with compromise or to give in about something. That again doesn't weaken the situation. That actually by doing that, the other person then does what you want. It becomes not important. It's the argument that became important and not necessarily the thing you were arguing about. And that dislike is towards the behaviour and not necessarily the person, which you need to separate out also too, because some of you in this energy will feel like it's personal when it's not. I really hope I'm making sense. I'm trying to cover a lot of people here, different scenarios. But anyway, after the 15th, as you go towards the end of the month, I just get much more success in moving in the right direction with person. I feel here that actually, because this feels like with people mostly that people already know, so people either returning or people that you've had a connection with, it goes better. You feel like you have a little bit more control. You feel like they have a little bit more respect. You have a bit more respect for them. Hence why you can't feel like if you feel like you're weakening on something by giving in first, I could tell you for now, you will not feel like you have been done over or they're taken for granted. It's quite the opposite. You get put on a pedestal because of that. In fact, you're showing the way. You're teaching them how to have a better, healthier connection than perhaps how it has been. That's a part of karma and healing something that keeps going round or keeps happening or is happening at this moment in time, to seal it so you move forward in a different direction. And then really, as you go into summer, like I'd be very surprised if I'm back here next month giving a negative read, but like I said, I never know what's coming out until I do it. It feels to me that actually most of you have very, very contented connections, which for me really is more in line with how the energy flows for the next 2 years anyhow. Planning. But I think most importantly, the thing that comes across is that you have a deep realization about your own inner resolve and inner strength on things, and that actually you take a different perspective on what being right and being happy truly means. And most people want to be happy. So you choose. Do you want to be happy? I'll leave it there. I hope that's been helpful, guys, because it really will help you and help the connection that you are wanting to flow in a better place. I'll be back next month with some more insights and some more guidance to help you on your journey when it comes to your love life. But I super hope this has been helpful. If you'd like to know more, again, I'll have a private read or subscribe. Please do. Links down below. And I will see you all again next month. Take care. Bye.